What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of our Shadowrun Returns LP. We're in here at the Universal Brotherhood causing all kinds of ballistic mayhem, just creating a ballyhoo, and generally getting ourselves into trouble. Now, where we had left off, we had cleared out a couple rooms. Woogie was able to sneak through some little steamy pipes over here. Why they're steaming, I'd rather not think about. Generally, steamy pipes seem to be something I wouldn't slide myself through, but drones don't really have delicate sensibilities. They're filthy, they never bathe. They generally tend to avoid water, all things considered. They like a good spritzing with an air pressure hose every now and again, just to kind of spray them out, get the dust out of their robotic loins. But beyond that, they tend to be pretty dirty creatures. Now, I'm gonna have let's get everybody situated actually. So we're gonna have everybody reload for a turn because I guess I cut this off right where I left off last time. So let's put everybody here. We're going to get our nice little square formation breach ready to roll with Splattercat in the back, although he should probably be in the forward team actually, but we'll open the door first to figure out what we've got going here. Let's move Woogie into the room. And while I do that, I don't really know what I want. That guy got gibbed. That dude had a terrible day. If your leg is sticking out like that, you've generally just had a horrible day. Even if that blood wasn't there and I saw his leg bent that way, I would still be like, this man has had a hard week. Give him a beer or something. Just anything to take the edge off. I shouldn't have popped this door off right before my turn ended, but what I'm going to do is we'll break LOS here. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. They fell into my spider web of machine gun bullets. Are you serious? 80... I'm beginning to doubt the percentages here. Now, this might just be a perceptional bias. I've taken statistics, and I understand the gambler's fallacy and whatnot, but by about that 9th time that you miss that 85% shot, you start to just prepare the brooms. Just prepare the brooms. Get them ready. At least kind of open up the closet so that they're accessible. There's a Brotherhood gunner over here. We're gonna throw a mana ball at him, I think. So, mana balls away! And now that he's eaten one of our mana balls... I've still got AP left over. Well, then I'm going to retreat back into my cave, hit and run, guerrilla style, roadhouse. And there's another bug in that room. I really am just disgruntled whenever I see one of those bugs. I don't really know what I want to do right now. I can wait for them. Let me see what he... Yeah, I think the bug's going to follow his bestial tendencies and just kind of close in with me here. We'll have everybody fall back a tad and start peppering him with a little bit of damage, maybe. With the extra AP, I'd prefer to put an aim buff on the ghost. Splattercat, we're going to have him cover the door. Woogie's going to do the same thing. Harlequin's missing an HP, strangely enough. I don't want him to waste a round from... We'll get him buffed up with an aim buff too, because we really need those shotgun blasts to take this bug out before it respawns. And then we'll just kind of see what this bug does. And there's the first shot for 8 damage. It was weak though, it was a glancing blow. And he's actually playing the same game that we are, trying to keep himself out of LOS as best as possible. Let's swap the ghost off to... Yeah, we'll do a burst fire. That seems satisfactory, so there's 30 damage right there, and then he'll take... he's out. It's still on burst fire, there we go. And so he managed to do about 38 damage in one turn. No slouch at all, actually. That is not something to look down upon. I'm going to shift Splattercat to the right a little bit so he can take a shot for another 16. Down, down, down he goes. And let's see if Woogie can actually finish the job right here, because if we can drop him, he'll respawn in the next turn. There it is. And once he respawns, we can see if we can coax him into moving, maybe. Let's get everybody into line of sight first and foremost. We'll have him set up with a freebie shot right there. Eshavari, I don't really know what I want to do with her right now, so I'll just keep her buffing people, I guess. We'll give Harlequin a little bit of extra buffage. We'll throw an aim buff on... God, I don't know. I think everybody's rocking an aim buff right now. We'll throw an... that's a heal. We'll throw an... Alright, I clicked it again. What am I doing? There we go. We'll throw an aim buff on Splattercat. Why not? And then in the off chance if the ghost makes a bum rush for us... Well, that's not going to help. I don't even know if I can damage this thing after it's been hit with the little virus or whatever it is we're spraying and praying, hoping will succeed. I guess I'll put that on the ghost too. Just completely and totally buffed out like hell. And Overwatch, he's gonna try and move, I guess. Maybe? Oh, you just get an Overwatch just outright. I'll take it. Let's take a shot, and he's down. That's what I like to see, a crit. We're making up for all of those ill-timed misses now. There's nothing better. There are plenty of married men that will tell you there's nothing worse than an ill-timed misses. God, that's a terrible joke. I actually feel guilty for making jokes like that sometimes. But I know there's gonna be somebody watching that's just gonna be like, oh, just bringing back dark memories. Some poor female that came home early from work. God, I apologize. Let's see here. There was another bug, and it looks like that door's open. So let's get people set up into position. Woogie's gonna sit on the... Oh, I was gonna put Woogie on this guy's chest. He was just gonna defile the corpse. Just hang out with his little robot-y anatomy just all over it. I suppose we'll put Eshaviri right inside the door. I don't know what else is gonna be waiting for us in here. So far, it hasn't been that bad, though. I'm not entirely terrified of anything that might try to close the gap with us. But yeah, just have everybody wait for that bug to show up, I guess. Oh, it's not actually coming. Alright, it's resetting my turn, and I just noticed. It looks like we have something we can investigate over here, so I'll send the resident Decker over. It's displaying a map of the UCAS. Chicago is listed as a priority. That's no good. Well, I can sweep around this way and have a look-see. But I think what I'll do... Send the droid. It'll be fine. He's got squeaky wheels. He needs some grease. There's nothing a robot likes better than a good rub down with some grease. They're like professional wrestlers. And, God, every time I have a second half, like, you would not believe some of the jokes that, like, I think up while I'm doing this, and then I just hold back on them, because I just know. I'm like, nope, it's too much. It's a step too far. I told a buddy of mine about that, where I was just like, you would not believe the stuff that almost comes out of my mouth. And it's only when I'm recording, too. It's not like I would say it in real life, either. It's only when I'm behind a microphone for some reason. This is why I couldn't hold down a radio job. Let's see. God. I suppose I could put Splattercat over here, have him do a little peep-see. Alright, well, send the droid then, I guess, still. There he is. There's our dear buggy friend. A spitter bug. I'm going to assume that he has a talent for the expectoration, if he's a spitter bug, and so aptly named. I don't really know where I want to put... Can I fire through these grates right here? Let's find out. If I can fire through this gate right here, that would actually be... Oh, I can. Great. Or forget it then. Put some bullets on this guy right now. Eshaviri, does he still have aim buff? He does not. Eshaviri, put an aim buff on him. Alrighty, he's got 1 AP left. He managed to miss even with a buff. How fun is that? Move him over to here. I don't like that position, but we'll take it. Eshaviri should probably line up next to this grate too, if she can take shots at him. It never hurts to put a little bit of extra damage on somebody. We'll put the... Oh, we don't have enough AP. Damn. Well then, I guess we'll just end the turn. 26 damage. God. Brutal. Let's get that healed right away. Back up to a reasonable health supply. And our ghost can fire again. We're going to have him shoot twice. There's 45 damage. This thing's getting pretty close to popping. So before he starts bursting into big gooey piles of nothingness and then re-emerging as a strange ghostly spawn, and once again, as I said in a previous episode, that color green, never a good thing, into that weird color green that all evil things seem to occupy. Let me see if I can get him in the room without actually exposing him to harm. I'm a little worried about setting my guys up right now. I have nobody putting shotgun blasts on this thing if I kill it, and I loathe to wonder how many times these things can respawn. Well, I loathe to think anyways. How many times these things are going to be able to respawn. I'm not going to kill him right now, so I want to make that clear. I'm saving my AP so that I can kill him once people are in position properly. It's a little bit... Well, I mean, it's somewhat stringent the way you have to set yourself up. to be ready to pop him and then kill him in the next turn. You don't really have a choice. I'm going to have Harlequin heal himself really quickly. Oh, did I select the right thing? I missed altogether. Great. Well, there's 17. And what we'll consider now is setting up our little booby trap of... Yeah, I don't want to pop him right now, but I'm going to. I don't feel like now is the right time, but then again, I don't want to wait for it, so we'll just live with the results here. Ooh, we managed to miss at point blank range. I'll take that. We didn't get the freebie shot, so we are going to have to live with the fact that, well, I need him to buff himself. There we go. That's what I should have been doing. If I was thinking ahead, I would have had him buff up first. Let's take our shots and hope that our digs work out here. 30 damage done. And hopefully the ghost can pull it on. Oh, wrong gun. Damn. Oh, no. Well, good luck, ghost. Alright, no weak hit there. We lucked out. If that had been a weak hit, this whole thing would have been a bust. It would have been very unfortunate. Let's get everybody gathered in this room together, because solidarity is one thing that you always want to have in situations like these. We all know what most military generals in history learned from fighting two-front wars, things of that nature. I'd prefer to keep it to a one-front, all in all. Just a solidified front moving in one direction, and that's going to be the end of our turn. Let's get everybody reloaded right now before we go into our next little engagement. I have no idea what's waiting for me on the other side of this door, so I would pretty much prefer that all weapons be ready for bear. I'm going to swap this back to a single shot, too, because I feel foolish whenever I waste AP like I did in the last turn. And feeling foolish is so much worse when you have people watching you play a game. Like, embarrassing yourself is just, it's worse by leaps and bounds. I don't even know what else to say about it to you guys. Alright, so let's get ourselves situated by the door here for a quick breach. Put Splattercat in the back, little kind of wedge or little arrow shape going. Like a chevron, I guess would be the military term for it. I don't know. I don't know anything about military history. That's something that I never really got into, to be honest. We'll end that turn, and then Woogie, bust it down. I like to imagine he has a little foot that goes out and just goes beep and just like pokes the door and opens it. Kind of like the little arm that comes out of R2-D2. It just makes the whole thing more satisfying. With 2 of his AP, he's going to move forward and scout out this next room. Looks like we got some gibbage or something going on the ground right there. I have no idea. I don't see any threats, so we're going to have him hold down the fort here. Sounds like there's some form of emergency occurring outside. So I apologize if you catch that siren. But hopefully, whoever it's going for makes a full recovery. Unless they're a terrible person, and then, well, I hope it doesn't get there in time. That's an awful thing to say, even about somebody who's, like, purely evil. But more than likely. I live in a pretty nice town right now, so I would be willing to bet money. It's probably just heading out to... I also live next to an old folks' home, so more than likely it's headed to help some kindly old lady. So we'll hope for her safe recovery in spirit. Alright, so we're set up for the next turn. I guess we'll keep sending... Yeah, let's send him up to the corner of the door right there. He'll still have 1 AP left over, so he can beat a hasty retreat if he needs to. Looks like we got a couple more guys in this next room. I don't really know what to do about that, so we'll kind of wait for him. I wanted to investigate whatever the hell this is anyways. Let's select our ghost. A pile of broken bodies. The bones look twisted and their jaws hang open and seemingly in terror. Yeah, that's because they just went alien on them. Just chest burster style. Some kind of crazy stuff happened here, and I'm glad that I wasn't part of it. I suppose Splattercat can go to the opposite end of the door. We'll set up... I mean, since Harlequin is mostly acting as a buff bot for us right now, I'll set him up behind the barricade. We're really kind of cramped at the moment, which makes me worried about hand grenades. If I end up eating one right here, I'm going to be... Ooh. Yeah, I was semi-worried about something like that. However, we do have the added benefit that they're out of cover right now, which works out pretty well for our overall game plan. I guess I'll send in everybody that can jump in here quickly. We're just going to breach the room as hard as we can. A 60% chance at point-blank range? Like, are you being for real right now? I am so... I don't even know what to say. I guess we'll take a burst fire and just hope. Yeah, I mean, this guy's aim. I wish I hadn't brought him. I should have just brought, like, Coyote or something, but I needed somebody to carry the other launcher. I guess Coyote could have equipped it in her pistol slot or something, but God. Let's bring in the mages. I think she'll be able to make the shot from there. Yeah, she will. We'll use, Fireball. And I think that should work out unless we miss. There we go. It critted 1.5. He's going to be burning to death for a little bit here. I'll accept that as a likely fate for my enemies. Take the guaranteed shot and hope for a crit, but no such luck. Woogie is up on deck right now. Or at the plate, actually. He's not even on deck. He is at the plate. And he managed to come through for us. So hooray for Woogie. He's doing his little robot dance, spin around the center of the room, BattleBot style. You know how it goes when you're a robot. You gotta celebrate stuff like that. Harlequin was wounded. Let's give him a heal wound really quickly before I forget. There it is. And he's gonna take another 10 right after that, so he just can't get that wound healed. Can you imagine? You just sewed yourself shut and you get shot in the exact same spot, just like, damn it! No! I don't accept this. 24 damage with a big old blood splatter. I'm gonna move Woogie up to point blank just for the accuracy, 3% accuracy increase. Never mind, that totally wasn't worth it. Guess we'll take our 50% shots here. No such luck there. We'll use a bit of his melee abilities for now. A 75% chance to hit. He's got a lot of different attacks, actually. Maybe I should go through here. Using Slash. I don't know, we'll try that one out. It deprives AP. This is why I don't like melee in this game. It just misses too much. That really is my number one complaint about the melee, is that I don't feel like it's effective. Cancel that. I don't want to do that. Let me see what I can do with her first, actually. I should probably buff. I'm sitting here just wasting my time firing random shots. Either these guys have just simply incredible dodge, or my crew is inept. And because I like my crew, I'd prefer not to think of them as inept, but so be it. 15 damage there, and it's all going to come down to that shot, which happened to miss. We'll have her take a couple of blasts there. Can't guarantee a hit, but we can hope for one. No such luck. He's going to run away and cower. His will has actually broken. Splattercat's going to deal the finishing blow. Now, what are we doing in here? Did I miss something? I feel as though I might possibly have missed something, but let's kind of run around and see what we have on hand here. I'm not really positive what's in the room. I don't see any access points. Let's send her as a runner back to other rooms, maybe figure out if we missed something along the way. What's our goal right now? Stop the ceremony. Well, I don't hear any ceremonies occurring. Which makes me a little apprehensive about what's going on here. As I don't really see anything. And the music hasn't cut out on us. Typically the music stops once we've done what we're supposed to do. There's like nothing in this room that I can see anyways. Stand on that pile of goo, Woogie. Yeah, nothing here. Holding down the out key, not really seeing anything. So let's consider retreating back to an initial point, possibly. Oh, he busted through the walls. Oh, no. Okay, so we're going to beat a hasty retreat right here. It's our only option, so I need to have Splattercat retreat because he is the absolute worst person that this ambush could have caught. We're going to have Woogie stop right there in front of him. In the hopes... God. What have I done? We'll send the ghost back in. We're going to spread out a little bit because I don't know if these true forms have any crazy abilities. He's going to take a shot. Let's get Harlequin back in the room and spread out a little bit. He's got... he can do Mana Bolt. There we go. We'll Mana Bolt one of these guys just to deal some sort of concurrent damage on this turn. Pretend like I accomplished something. The only way... Harlequin is like a god in the lore. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Harlequin is like a gajillion-year-old elf who just like never dies. There are rules to magic and he can break them. He is just absurdly powerful. Like if you consider Asimov's rules of robotics, there's rules like that for magic, but they're a lot more universal, and he can break those rules without batting an eye, which makes him kind of a crazy combatant, actually. I guess I'll buff somebody here. And that's about all I'm going to be able to do with this turn. So there's a miss with that first little spitball. And it's our turn again. So he's got a 99 on that one, so let's go ahead and situate ourselves to eliminate this guy as quickly as we can. I can put somebody right there, and I'm going to put the Teratine Gear guy, however you pronounce it. You guys tell me how to pronounce this stuff, and then I always forget it right after. My memory is just not something to bank on, like, ever. I'll put him in position right here as well, so that at the bare minimum we can kill this one off in the next turn. I'm going to bring my mage into the room, and we're going to renew his aim buff. I'm going to see if I can bait this one with Woogie. Just see if I can mess with the AI a little bit. Just roll Woogie right up on him, and maybe the bugs are robotophobes. Who knows? They have a distinct anti-robotic attitude. Because he's got AP left, we can actually set him up with a reaction shot. Assuming he doesn't go for the wrong one. I thought about that right after I clicked it. Yikes. Well, that sucks. Hopefully we can get this thing dropped. Oh, I did it again. Damn it. The weapon swapping is just killing me here. There's 30 damage. We could pull it out. There we go. So that's a bug down. A bug down and a bug squashed. Let's get this one whittled down as quickly as possible as well. Oh, they killed it on accident. Damn. I didn't mean to kill it, Woogie. Woogie's like, get some. We installed a voice with his newest chassis. He received a voice as a gift. So now he just sits and talks trash the entire time. Every now and again he's like, Yowg! Making like Arnold noises. So the ghost isn't going to be able to do anything for me. That's a little weak. I'll take it, I guess, though. So Woogie took 1 damage right there. Overwatch, good. Half crit with 23 damage. This ghost is going to have to reload. What's his aim chance looking? 90%? Hell yeah, go for it. Lock and load. Oh, he missed with a 90%. Killing me, buddy. Killing me. Hopefully Harlequin can come through here. So there's a little bit more damage done. I'm still not seeing any like access points to get out of here, and I don't really sense any rhythm to them busting out of the walls. I'll send people to investigate. I might as well, but I have no clue, really. If Woogie just sort of overwatch, Eshaveri do the same thing. There's nothing to interact with up in here, so I think let me pass a bunch of turns and see if they bust through the walls again, maybe. Alright, so I think this room is cleared. Oh, there's some other trigger that I'm not aware of. I guess fallback. We're going to go back to our original plan. We'll see if we can go back to other rooms or something. They're not making it entirely clear what my goal is here. Normally they flag wherever I'm supposed to go with a little arrow. No such flag, although I think I remember seeing one on the previous floor, so I may be clearing out something from the future right now without realizing it. We'll go back up, and the only area that I've seen that somewhat correlates with having a ceremony going on is that place upstairs, so maybe we'll go disrupt that. There was something I was supposed to click. I may have just bypassed it entirely. You guys will let me know in the comments. I recorded this one like a few minutes after the first episode, so you won't blame me if you shouted it out in the previous episode's comments. Just be aware that I always record these in lumps, otherwise I don't get days off. So down we go. Send Woogie back in here. I don't see anything else that's jumping out at me for the time being. There's not really much to commentate on here. They seem to have been spreading webs around or something of that nature. They've got kind of like a tyrannid thing going on. See how far the mage can get here. Be my outrunner. Oh, they busted through that wall too. Well, I don't know what these events, if these are just like things you have to wait for, or if they trigger while you're wandering around. I'm not really... Like, as a thematic device, it seems like these could have been triggered at, like, better times, but, you know, what do I know about themes? I'm no writer, I'm just talking out of my ass, like always. Let's throw a mana bolt at this guy. 16 damage, it's a start. It's something. Keep everybody spread out, as always, although I was semi-tempted to put Woogie in front of Splattercat here. The little acid spit thing seems to do a lot more damage to humanoids than it does to robots. I'm wondering if there's some kind of immunity or anything else that can be exploited with that regard. And getting her back into the room is going to be about all we can wish for here. At least we get one reactive shot. And he managed to hit it. It's not much, but it's something. A little bit of damage is better than no damage. I'll always take that. I'm going to go with a burst fire on this guy. He got 16, so he did alright. Woogie's going to see if he can seal the deal here. No such luck. Harlequin's going to spend his time casting an aim buff on himself so that we make sure we kill this thing after it respawns. And this is a little tedious. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a tad tedious killing these guys. I feel like this whole aspect of the combat might have been a little bit smoother if they were just immune to all damage. And you had just run away in a previous... Well, we did run away in a previous mission. And they just, like, died when you shot them with this gun right here that all these guys are equipped with. I'm going to move him over to here. Ooh, we didn't manage to kill him, unfortunately. That leaves the hope squarely on Echeveri's shoulders, but she managed to pull it out, so she's filling in for Gallowglass well. She's also got some pretty bitchin' tattoos, to be honest. Digging that. Now let's take... Okay, he's got the right weapon. We're gonna Overwatch. He can't Overwatch yet, but he will be able to if this thing comes back for longer than one turn. We haven't had one survive so far, and I've been very pleased with the fact that we've been dropping these really, really quickly. I wanted to experiment and see like how many times they would come back, but I'm not willing to risk my safety in order to do it. I'd rather have a win, like a big V with some unanswered questions on the old docket, rather than a loss and be completely informed. With the way the save systems work in this game, you'll understand why I decided to take that path. It actually looks like we've got a blockage here that's been cleared, so let's move. It's always good to have your blockages cleared. A blockage is never a good thing, in any respect. We'll move Woogie on out over here because we always send him first. Woogie's been trying to convince me that it's racist to send him first, but I'm not sure I'm so sold on robotic rights as he is. I'm not entirely convinced he's sentient. I'm being a little solipsistic, I understand, but not quite there yet. What was that? He like ran over there and then turned around. I guess we'll bring the mage to right there. Oh, it looks like we're out of here. Let's go ahead and get everybody lined up with the door then. That's almost perfectly timed, too. He can't activate a door, so let's send the mage over here. Yeah, we'll have everybody exit from the scene. I don't know what's going to happen next, but we can be reasonably assured we're probably going to land on a save point right here, which means I can have a nice resting point to break off the episode. It always gets scary when my hard drive, I've got a little ticker at the bottom, and I use a special hard drive for capturing this stuff that stops me from losing frame rate. It's very, very hard not to lose frame rate without an extra hard drive, and I see that hard drive ticking up slowly while I play off in the corner of my eye, and once it starts to get more towards the right end of the bar, I get very, very nervous. Alright, so I think that's where we're going to break off the episode. Let me go ahead and read this. The cold utilitarian facilities of the Brotherhood's private areas break away and degenerate into sprawling subterranean tunnels. Tunnels that were not crafted by the hands of man. The air is foul with the smell of decaying flesh and something else. A rank, stinging acid bite that hits noses and eyes hard. Wet, squirming noises echo throughout the tunnels, punctuated by low moans and the occasional gasp for what you really can't tell. One thing you can tell, though, Aegis works. You shoulder your launcher and keep on going. Joke's on you, I don't have a launcher. But anyways, thanks for joining me here, chummers. It's always a blast to have you running in the shadows with me. I hope you're still enjoying the series, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time here at the Nerd Castle. Take care, everybody, and run safely in the shadows.